day, ladies and gentlemen. You are currently riding with subconscious reprogramming expert, wise man, advanced level data healing practitioner, and human experience guide, Jordan Lundrigan. These videos that I make are here specifically for the men who are looking to unleash their ultimate potential upon the world and create change that's going to help us manifest a new earth. If that is you, if you resonate with that whatsoever, man, this is the page for you. I am your cheat code. I've been on this journey for 10 years and I've been able to break down each step of how the journey unfolds to provide you with a certain awareness that gives you a comfort, that gives you a release of what's to come, so you expect it and you're able to then use different modalities, which I share as well, different techniques across the board, whether it's breathing or yoga or tapping or meditation or subconscious reprogramming. All of these things come into play with the advice that I give people and with the coaching that I give people and with the meditations that I lead and with the groups that I lead and all this. It's a full scope, and I share with you so many other teachers as well and so many amazing other practitioners, because ultimately I want you to be able to unleash your potential as quickly as humanly possible, because that's the ultimate goal. When everybody decides, because it is a choice, when you finally choose that you're going to snap out of being a victim, and that awareness alone, ask yourself right now, I'm about to red pill you if you don't have this awareness already. Ask yourself, are there any areas in my life where I am playing the role of the victim? You're welcome. Or you might hate me for that. Because once you ask yourself that question, you can't go back, you see. But this is the ultimate question. It's the difference between fear and love. It's the difference between creator and slave, essentially. Are you a victim? Or are you taking charge? Are you in control? Are you making the choices regardless of how you feel? Are you allowing thoughts to enter into your mind and then change the landscape of your reality? Or are you dedicated to something? Are you dedicated to your growth? Are you willing to do what it takes? I know that you are. That's why you made it this far in the video. You're a spectacular human being, I can guarantee it. And you are somebody who is ready to hear what I have to say, which means, my friend, that this year you are going to reach a whole other level of existing that you thought was only a dream. You're about to bring your dreams into reality. See, because today's video, I'm going to lay down how it is that the healing journey unfolds, how it is that the journey of reaching your greatest potential unfolds, so that, like I said in the beginning, you can be comforted. You can know what to expect next, so that you can plan for those incredible waves of emotions that come from doing the healing and having to face the next level. You see, because it's like this. Firstly, I want to say, a lot of people like to build scales of enlightenment or living in fear, or they build pyramids and such. They measure it in a way where there's an up and there's a down, of you want to live in the higher vibrations and you want to get out of the lower vibrations. Well, my friend, the way I see it is that as you are growing and you're moving through all these different vibrations, it's not that you're going up and down a scale, because that would mean at one point that you have gone either lower than the point that you have reached, or you have gone backwards from where you once were. But that never happens in your life. If you are actually pursuing, fulfilling your ultimate destiny, or discovering and unleashing your greatest purpose upon the world, you see, what actually happens is that if you want to get really deep into it right away, the only place and time that there ever is here and now. There is no such thing as an alternate location from here and now. And what I mean by that is that you're never going up and down, you're never going back and forth from where you are. You are only ever expanding outwards from where you are right here and right now. We do not move through reality based on the choices that we make, which does include how you choose to move your body. Reality actually moves through us, you see. Because there is no such thing as time, there is no such thing as space, there is only actually the right here and the right now. And I know that is maybe a philosophical quandary that not everybody is really ready to attack and to understand right here and right now. But let's just say, for the sake of the example, that instead of there being an up and a down and a side to side, there is an infinite directional improvement when you're pursuing your greatest potential that takes place, which means that all areas of your life are affected by every decision you make. And every time that you upgrade your life, every single aspect of your life is going to change along with it. It's not that it's just when you're going this way it changes, or that you're going that way it changes. You see, it's everything changes at once. Now, with that being said, when you do decide to implement, you know, maybe a few of the things that, you know what, I might even drop a couple practices on you actually. Whoa! Drop a couple practices on you in this video here. And to let you know, before I get too far, if you're interested in doing a Theta Healing meditation, you know what, I better do a quick intro to what that is actually. Theta Healing itself is a subconscious reprogramming method. It's the ultimate spiritual method. It's the one that I have found that honestly is unmatched in my opinion, because when you go to the theta state, that's the first brainwave state beyond the physical realm, meaning that you're connecting back to the source of creation. And when you do that, you just gain access to literally every single healing modality that is considered spiritual or energy healing that you could possibly want to gain access to. You can do everything from the theta state. It's honest, it's amazing. It's seriously amazing. You can talk to your spirit guides, you can talk to your ancestors, you can do Reiki on yourself. You can literally do other modalities from the theta brainwave state without having to expend any of your own energy, because you're connected to the source of creation, you see. So, with that being said, the theta brainwave is also the brainwave in which your subconscious programs are downloaded into you when you're a child from the ages of 0 to 7. And then, you know, you naturally wake up in theta and you naturally are falling to sleep for that hour window before bed, and when you wake that you're in theta. Again, gaining access to the subconscious mind, and that's why you hear so many people saying that it's so important to say your affirmations before bed or when you wake up or whatever, because you're naturally in a state where you're able to access your subconscious and reprogram whatever is there. So, that being said, there are theta healing meditations on this page already. There is just a theta meditation where I bring you into the theta state. You can see what that's like, and you can experience the bliss, you can experience the detachment from the physical realm and your worries and your stress and the anxiety and everything else, and just relax, because that right there, relaxing, that's basically your ultimate key to unlocking your greatest potential. And we'll dive into that probably in another video, because that alone is a huge topic, man. I did a topic on the flow I did a video on the topic of the flow state before, and if you want to go check that out, it also kind of talks about what it's like to live in a relaxed state, because living in the flow state is living in a relaxed state. And when you're doing that, everything just comes so naturally to you. And yes, I'm not going to get super deep into it, but it's a key. So, go ahead and try them out. There's that one, the regular theta healing. There's also a divine timeline alignment meditation. Because like I was saying, there is only here and there is only now, but there are infinite possibilities for the expansion of our consciousness, which means that there's infinite possibilities of choices that we can make in every single moment, which means that there are infinite realities that we can live in, depending on the choices that we can make. And because all the choices that we can make exist in the very moment that we're about to make a choice, that means that all of the realities also exist simultaneous to this reality that you're living in right now. So, and this also relates to the other meditation that's on my page that is unbelievably profound, is the multiverse manifestation meditation. Now, both of these kind of go hand in hand. When you align with your divine timeline, you are connecting to the timeline of the most miraculous pace at which, and miraculous ways at which, your greatest purpose can unfold for you. When you do the multiverse meditation, again, you are shifting realities. Really, every time you meditate, you're shifting realities. Like literally every meditation could be a divine timeline meditation or a multiverse meditation. but they do have their own unique properties, and you'll experience that if you go and try the meditations out. But essentially what happens is when you change your energy, you are changing the reality that you're living in. There's one for sleep, and I'm going to be posting a whole bunch more too. I have an endless supply of meditations I'm ready to unleash, and they are coming. So anyways, just to drop that on you quick, there's already tools on this page that you can go and use to reprogram your subconscious mind, that you can go and align yourself with your greatest potential. And these are the methods that you have waited to find. This is what you've been seeking, man. I'm telling you right now, there is nothing like Theta Healing. Even Joe Dispenza, his meditations, all the work that he does, the first thing he says is you've got to get into the theta brainwave state, and then go deep delta, then go deep gamma, whatever it is. And you know, accessing those brainwaves are also incredible, and you can do many different things from there as well. But essentially, the first thing you got to do is enter theta, and from there, infinite possibilities. So, how does the healing journey unfold? Now you know that you have the tools to move forward. Well, at least some of them, and there's going to be more of a breakdown here. Every time that you make the choice to better your life, you are expanding your awareness of everything that is not better, if you understand what I mean. Every time that you expand your awareness, you are learning about the other things in your life that you no longer align with, you see. So it's so often that what happens is we'll make a great decision for ourselves. You know, maybe we'll go to the gym, we'll get up at 3:45 a.m. or whatever it is, and we'll hit the gym every day for maybe a month straight or something, and we feel great about doing it. Or maybe we only made it a few days. You know, everybody's on a different path. But we go through it, and we feel so good, and then all of a sudden it's like all the motivation's lost. And it's like what the hell, man? Aren't I supposed to be committed to this? Well, okay, well, I'm a man, right? So maybe this is just a test of I have to be consistent. I have to push through it without feeling like I want to do it. Bullshit. I'm telling you right now that that's bullshit, because it's your energy that creates your reality. If you continue to choose to go to the gym even when you don't want to go to the gym, well, then you're programming the experience of going to the gym with not wanting to go to the gym. Therefore, you're perpetuating this cycle of not wanting to go and do the things that you know are necessary to create the greatest potential for who you are. It's a fool's way to look at it. And, you know, I shouldn't say fools even, because we're just all on our own paths, man. Well, ultimately, it's the energy that decides your future. Now, it could also be that going to the gym does shift your energy into that greatest potential energy. But here's the thing, right? Remember, don't go into it with the energy of, I don't want to do it. I feel like this is a burden on my life, because then you're programming that every time you go forward with that energy. So what you want to do first is you want to change how you feel about what you're about to do. If they're, man, that's picking the locks. You're picking the locks if you're doing this. I'm telling you right now, you're picking the locks. Change the energy before you go and do it. Okay, so I got a little off of what I was saying there. When you make the choice to change your life, you tend to see the rest of the stuff in your life that you don't exactly align with anymore. And this is why I brought up the whole gym thing, is because we'll feel motivated for a little bit, but then that wall hits and we lose our motivation, or something happens and it's like, damn, do I have to push through this? No, you have to become more aware of why you feel that way, man. That's the key. Is you have to feel more aware of why you feel that way, because something is now changing your reality. You have been making choices out of the greatest potential for who you are, which means inevitably, as you're expanding your awareness in all directions of your life and the betterment in all directions of your life, that light that is shining, that consciousness that is aware, is seeing all of the other things. And now there are things in your life which you no longer align with, but you just may not be aware that you are in misalignment with other things in your life until you recognize, my energy has shifted from feeling great about this to, I don't really want to do this anymore. Until you look into why that has changed for you and why you're feeling that way, you're not bringing awareness to this other aspect of your life which now needs to change. And this is going to happen with every single thing that you do in your life on this journey. Everything that you do that changes your state of inner balance is meant to teach you something about what you need to know, who you need to be in order to actually sustainably hold on to and sustainably live the life of your dreams, you see. Because if you were to just get, okay, I'm about to get personal here with somebody I know. They just came into nearly $500,000, okay? But this person did not build themselves into the man or the one who is able to actually utilize that money in the way that their greatest potential possibly would want them to use it. It's only been a couple of months, and this person only has $50,000 left of their near $500,000. That is absurd. That, like, seriously, I'm sure you're shaking your head thinking, whoa, what the fuck? Because you're probably more responsible, because you're on this journey. There's no way you can be watching my content if you are not somebody who is ready to explode in all areas of life and truly live their greatest potential out. So just think about that. This is why you have to become the man first. You have to become the person who is actually able to hold on to that dream and sustainably live out that dream. Because when you say, for example, there's a version of you who's making millions of dollars every single year, if you aren't the person who is responsible enough to manage the bank accounts, to manage the businesses, to keep in touch with all the people and whatever other things are necessary for you to be making those millions of dollars, if you're just dropped into that life without the ability to be responsible for everything that version of you has built to make that money, you will lose all of it, because the pressure will destroy you. You haven't built yourself into that person yet, and that's okay. You see, it's a beautiful thing that we get to go on this journey and that we get to build ourselves into these greater versions of ourselves, because it's honestly so fun. Watch the progress, look back at the things that you've done, look back at the changes you've made, and feel how great it is that you have said yes to going to the gym, and that you have said yes to changing your energy, and that you've done these things for yourself. Too often do we just disregard that we're actually making choices that are impacting our future because we don't get the results right away, you see. What happens is we make the right choices, and then those the consequences of losing the motivation or whatever happens, that comes about, and then all of a sudden we think that we haven't been doing everything right. We think that we're in the wrong place at the wrong time, but that is not what it is at all. It's just that your awareness has now expanded because you have enhanced your being, which inevitably means to enhance your awareness. Like if your goal is the gym, for example, and you've been building your body, you inevitably, because you are using your body in the way of the gym, are going to be able to feel with greater awareness the muscles that you're working as you're working them. You're building a mind-muscle connection, right? So you're naturally more aware of your body now. And as I was saying, as you build your awareness, as you build that greater version of you, all areas of your life gain more awareness. It's an inevitability, my friend. And so when things seem to go like shit, I thought I was making all the right choices. Why am I here? It is time for you to just step back and analyze that. Go into the theta state and ask yourself, because you're directly connected to your subconscious. See what program is inside of you that's playing out, that's bringing about this lack of motivation. Plain and simply, that's what it is. Bring awareness to it, because it's like you can't make a change if you're not aware of what to change. You can't fix your vehicle's engine if you don't know what the problem is. If you just go ahead and start replacing wow, I just exposed myself there. My brain farted so hard. If you just go start replacing components that don't actually need to be fixed, well, you're not doing any good. If all the components are fine, but you're going ahead and replacing them and not solving the issue, well, that's no good. You need to go and inspect your engine first. You need to go and find out what the issue is. You need to bring awareness to it so that you can go to it with the proper tools and the proper replacement parts and switch out what needs to be switched out so that your vehicle is running properly again, you see. And that's it, man. It's that simple. This is how the journey unfolds. You make the choice, you gain greater awareness, and then that greater awareness sees other aspects of your life which is not in alignment with your greatest self. And all you have to do then is take a step back, analyze why this shift has come about, and it could even be something like this. Something like getting a cut on your finger, for example. When I got this cut on my thumb, there was a series of thoughts that came into my mind. Thoughts that were negative. And, I realized that it's another opportunity for me to see a different part of myself, because it's not often that you cut your thumb doing something, right? But now this unique opportunity to experience life with a cut thumb has come about, and a unique experience of different types of thoughts that do not normally occur in one's life have raced through my mind. And I've been able to see a different aspect of what I believe about myself, and I get to change that now so that I can move forward as an even better version of myself. Now, I feel like that's a good place to leave it. I'm gonna, I watch this back as I do the edits and everything and make sure that everything's cool. And if there's anything I missed, I'll definitely include it. One thing before I go, though, is when you do notice that your energy has changed from a state of balance, and first of all, if you have never experienced a state of balance, ask yourself right now, do I know what balance feels like? And just gauge it within yourself, and it's always better to close your eyes. When you can subtract one of the sensory perceptions from what's going on, it's easier to tune into your inner knowing. So if you can even, plug your ears if you want to. Seriously, put some headphones on and close your eyes and just ask yourself that question. Do I know what balance actually feels like? And if you don't, well then here's a great opportunity for you to reset your vagus nerve. This is so important, man. This is why the whole relaxing thing is so important. If you don't know what balance is, you go ahead and reset your vagus nerve by doing this. Look 60 seconds over to the right, keeping your head perfectly straight forward. Look over to the right as far as you can for 60 seconds. Honestly, I like to do it with my eyes. It's better for me doing it that way, closed, my eyes closed. And then look 60 seconds over to your left, and then just look straight. You will feel your body relax. And if it doesn't happen as much so as you might want to go into relaxation right away, just do another round. Excuse me. It's that simple to reset your vagus nerve. And it feels incredible. Whenever you're feeling stressed out about something, reset your vagus nerve. Bring your body out of fight or flight, because if you are existing in fight or flight, I'm about to run out of my minutes here. If you are existing in fight or flight, you're existing in a state of survival, and that's what your body is attuned to. It's hyper attuned to perceiving reality as basically a massive field of where are all the threats. If you're relaxed, you get to see possibilities for your expansion. But if you're in survival, it's where are all the threats, you see. And that's not where you want to be living if you want to create your greatest potential, of course. So there you go, my friend. Relax. You're gonna be fine. The journey is honestly, when you realize that this is how it works, it becomes so much easier, and it becomes so much easier when you actually implement what I've said and you notice the difference. Man. Anyways, I got just a few seconds left here, so, my brother, I hope you have yourself a fantastic day. From the bottom of my heart, I love you so much, and I want to see the greatest version of you come out into the world and make some serious change so that we can bring about a new earth. Cheers.